Welcome back to Virginia This Morning. January 13th is Make Your Dreams Come True Day. So today is the day we start. If you've been procrastinating on fulfilling those dreams, it's a great opportunity to start your journey and make it happen.
Our great friend of the show, financial expert Jeremy Shipp, is here. He's going to talk about that very topic. And we welcome him back to the show. And you said it's not necessarily about dreaming to become rich, which I guess is kind of a universal dream, but a little different take on that, right, Jeremy?
Well, everyone has their own individual dreams, and it's a great time to be discussing really what those are and how to get there. So I'm excited to have this conversation with you, Bill and Jess. Great to see you, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. I think part of the big challenge when you say that is, dare to dream and make your dreams come true. I think you have to define those first, don't you? It can be sort of abstract that one day that dream will happen.
That's such a great point, Jess. That leads right into the first of our 3 points today, which is think it, feel it, and do it. And when I say think it, we want to identify what are those dreams? What would a successful retirement mean for you? I like to think about in visual terms, create a dream board and put your visions up on there of what would make you happy in retirement. Is it to volunteer more at the church? Is it to play more golf? Is it to travel more? What are the things that you want to do? That's the first step in identifying what you really want in retirement. Then we can narrow it down to understand what is the most important thing that is going to bring you joy and success in retirement. So we narrow that on down, meaning that if everything else came off of that board, but this one little thing was still left, you would consider that to be successful. And then we want to clearly define what that dream looks like. So we'll use travel as an example. A lot of clients tell me they'd like to travel more in retirement. So what does that actually mean? Does that mean you're going to take one really big trip each year? Does it mean you're going to travel every other month? Are you going to stay in the country, go out of the country? And it's different for everyone. The way you like to travel is the way that different than the way I like to travel, which is different than my neighbors. So that first step, think it, like you said, put what is important to you up on the board, clearly define what that's going to mean. That's your first step.
So, you got to really be able to define it and then, but then feeling it, which to me, it's like you're saying, okay, travel. And everybody says that, but I don't like to go on long car trips. Flying is a nightmare. A train might be fun if it was the old fashioned type with a sleeper car, but I don't even know if that exists anymore. Cruises are not for me. So maybe travel isn't it.
That brings up an incredible point, Bill, which is why it's important to back up the train a little bit and try and experience what it would feel like to live that dream. That is going to give you the internal motivation to go through all of the steps that you would need to enact to get to that dream. Because like you said, when you either look at your dream board or you look at what's most important to you and you think about, okay, if I'm going to go, so let's say I'm going to go travel out west. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? What am I going to see? What do I want to make sure and not do on my way out there? That can seem a little overwhelming, but if you can go out and feel what it's going to be like already being in that moment, it's going to get you across that finish line. And one of the best ways to do that is to talk to other people who have lived those dreams that you are aspiring to complete in your own life. And in retirement, the best thing that people can do is talk to other people who are living a happy, successful retirement, learning how they spend their time, what they did, how they were set up financially for retirement. So get what is important to you, define, then feel how it's going to feel when you get there. That's going to allow you to put the action items and the steps in place to actually achieve those dreams.
It sounds like it's, a good idea to, you have those dreams, you have them out there, but there are practicalities and realities that will come in play with them to make them happen. Let's say we feel like we want to live half of the year on a tropical island. Okay, well, you have to maintain the house here. We're feeling what that looks like. You're going to be gone for 6 months out of the year. So how's that going to be taken care of? That's part of that reality and practicality to look into, Jeremy.
Yeah, the reality is that there's different ways that we can go about the how to achieve what we want and understanding why we want to feel that way and achieve those things. when it comes down to those action steps, we can start thinking through exactly what it's going to take, like you said, to live on a tropical island for half a year. And we can either just go do it and see how it goes. We can do a lot of research and try and read a whole bunch as far as what it would do for us, take a lot of time and effort, and then go try it. Or we can find someone else, what I like to call a who, to help us understand how to get what we want. So in this instance, that would be hiring a travel agent, an expert who has maybe traveled to that place or done what you want to do. They can transfer some of their knowledge and expertise to you so that you can have a better experience and not spend as much time of your own trying to figure out how to get what you want. And in my line of work, what my clients have me do is help them clearly define what they want, why they want it, and then I can put dollar signs to those dreams. So if this is what you want in retirement, this is how much it's going to cost. Here's where you're at currently, and then I can help them understand what we have to do to make sure their financial resources are where they want them to be to get what they want. And it's super important to not skip the first two steps. A lot of people will go right into the doing stage. So they're putting X number of dollars away per month into a retirement account, and they don't really have any intention or purpose of why they are doing that, where their money is being directed. So before you just start doing things to get ready for retirement, back up the bus a little bit, identify what's most important, clearly define it, and then lock into that feeling, figure out why you really want to achieve those dreams to make your retirement successful. That is what's going to allow you to have a successful 2022 and beyond if we follow those simple steps. And then everybody out there hopefully will be able to make their own dreams come true.
Great talking with you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. And we'll share information on the services Jeremy provides at Retirement Capital Planners. You can visit our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Virginia This Morning, including our popular Everywhere You Are segment.